It was just announced that the full roster for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero will be announced tomorrow. So, because of that, I will be talking of my predictions and a little bit of a discussion about this full roster, what I expect to see. I know the full roster has already been leaked. This is maybe why they are already doing the full roster revealed at this date. But don't worry, I'm not actually going to cover any of the actual leaks. I have already seen them, but I am not going to talk about them, so you don't have to worry about you getting spoiled. I just wanted to talk about my predictions, or what I predicted for the roster of this game. I started working on this maybe after the Sword and Fist trailer, maybe. Shout out to Globku because I used like all of the images he used for the roster grid to do this. So thank you so much, Globku, for doing that. That is awesome for the community. And I did this. Basically, these are my predictions. The characters that are in gray right now are the ones that were already officially revealed when I started doing this. The ones that are on green are basically the characters that I guessed right. And the ones that are still in color are the characters that I have predicted but have not yet been officially revealed. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this or explain why I think this is the roster, and also verify how good were my predictions, because for example I have all of the Frieza forms predicted, but that was pretty obvious, as well as all of the Cell forms and the Cell Jr. I actually did predict that Cell Jr. was going to return. What I didn't get right there is Cyberman. I did not include Cyberman in my prediction. I really thought they were not coming back, but they did. I also have both Android 19 and 16 here. I did predict Mecha Frieza would be coming back, as well as King Cold, which were two characters that the community was actually not really sure if they were coming back. Here is King Vegeta as well. I did not include his Great Ape in transformation, I just included him in base. And I actually think he's not going to be included at the point that we are right now. I mean, he is like not super mega important for the plot, so maybe that's why he's not being included. And I mean, I'm fine with that. I just really thought he was coming back. I also predicted the three guys from the Guinea Force that we hadn't seen since that point. And this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because I also included here Frost and his three forms. Well, Frost and his two transformations, basically. I did think that they are actually going to include the three of them. But at the point that we are right now, I really think only the final Frost form is going to actually be confirmed. I really don't think that we are getting first and third form. So yeah, I also have Kava in here. Yeah, because, well, he's a very integral part of the super plot in the Tournament of Destructors part of Dragon Ball Super. So I did include him in base and Saiyan 1 and Saiyan 2, and I mean, I think it is actually very likely for him to join as well. I also included Borumo and Magetta, and unfortunately I don't think they're going to make it. I really did want all of the Tournament of Destroyers characters to actually make it, but I don't think that it's going to be the case. But well, I did predict all of the Buu forms. I also predicted Evil Buu, because a lot of people were actually not sure if he was coming back. I just knew that if it was Tenkaichi, it had to come back. Here is also OG Goku and his Great Ape transformation. I really hope they are coming back, because, well, Dragon Ball is also an integral part of the Dragon Ball franchise. And with that Dragon Ball franchise, I also included Tao Pai Pai and Cyborg Tao, as well as General Blue, the Pilaf Machine, and Devilman, which were also in the last Tenkaichi, but at this point I would be really surprised if if at least Tao makes it, because I think they are cutting away all of the Dragon Ball OG content. In the last grid we saw in the final trailer, we will talk a little bit more about that later. We did see that there are like 10 character slots remaining. So, according to that, I don't think any of the super or of the OG characters will actually make it. I just think Tao and maybe OG Goku. I did also predict, well, Hakai Shin Topo. I don't really think that is like something that will actually be missing, because we do have base Topo. And also I predicted Jacko and Monaca would make it, but as well, I actually don't think that that is going to be the case, and I'm actually kind of upset about that, because Monaca, well, I can get rid of him, but I really wanted to see Jacko here. He's a really great character, but guess it'll be for the next time. I also have a Rayleigh and Kid Chi-Chi here from OG Dragon Ball, as well as Grandpa Gohan, Tambourine, and Piccolo Daimao. If I had to guess, only Piccolo will actually make it here. Yeah, they will be cutting away the other 4, maybe. I also guessed this guy from the Tournament of Power. It was actually really difficult to find proper images of him, but yeah, I really thought he was going to make it, because he seems like a gimmicky character that may actually make the cut, but I don't think that would be it. Here is Nail and Shatsu that I also predicted, as well as Piccolo End, that we did not know if it was going to make it by that point. We only had like the beginning of C Piccolo here, but we did have him confirmed. Here is Adoria and Sarwan with their transformations, as well as Kui, who I also did include here. I did not include Frieza's soldiers, like Apul and the one with the horns from Tenkaichi 3, because I really didn't think they were going to make it. So yeah, so far so good. And here is also Battles and Champa. It is pretty interesting, because I think they do have the potential for a moveset, and they were also included in Xenoverse 2. But man, 10 characters remaining, I don't think they're going to make it. So yeah, this is something really interesting. I predicted Android 21, and that is my prediction for the bonus pre-order character. Because they did say it was someone who has never appeared in a Tenkaichi game before. And they were also very specific about the Tenkaichi game bit of that message. So yeah, Android 21 has never appeared in a Tenkaichi game, so I do think that it is going to be her. I really hope so, but yeah, it would be real cool. I think I have covered everything here. I also predicted Trunks' base, which we hadn't seen in that, well, we hadn't seen him fully, but he was actually confirmed, as well as Gohan, Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. And I think that covers it all. So, you will be asking, where is the GT characters that were last confirmed in the trailer that was released? I did not include them here, because I actually made a separate grid for the characters that I thought were going to be DLC. So they are included there, and here they are. So yeah, I really thought GT was going to be DLC. I'm happy that they are in the base game. That is actually really cool. But the reason I thought they were going to be DLC is because I thought that all of the non-canon characters were going to be included in separate DLC packs. So we were going to have the Daima DLC, then we were going to have a movie characters DLC, and then a GT character DLC. That aligned it perfectly with the DLCs that were announced, as well as the superhero one that we had. So yeah, I did include them here. We did predict the 3 phases of Goku. I did not include Super Saiyan 2 here, because I was pretty sure they were going to cut him. We did include Sin and Omega Shenron here, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I also thought they were going to include Base Vegeta and Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta, but that was not actually the case. Pan is here. I did include Nova Shenron. I was really surprised that they didn't include him. Here is Gogeta, the baby faces, and both faces of Earth. So I did include Super 17 here. I'm pretty sure he is. Here he is. So yeah, Super 17 was not included. I am actually really surprised about that. I mean, he is iconic enough for him to be included, but also makes sense if he was cut, because he was the villain with the last episodes in GT. His whole arcing lasted like 6 episodes maybe? I actually don't know, but yeah. It is pretty surprising. I'm pretty sure they are going to add him at a later date, but well, at this moment he is not included. And for my other predictions for the other DLCs is Daima Goku, which is the only character I included in Daima because when I made this, the other characters and the other trailers weren't actually already revealed. For Daima, we only knew Goku, Vegeta, and the other guys were getting to turn into kids. So I only included Daima Goku because I didn't think Vegeta was going to actually make it from Daima. So I included him, and then I included all of the movie guys. I included Hirudegarn, both faces from this guy that I just forgot his name. Slug, he's called Slug. Lord Slug and his giant form. I did include both stages from Janemba. Then here's Cooler and his transformation, Metal Cooler, Tapion, Turles, both transformations for Bojack, both transformations from Ender 13. I only included the base form from Garlic Jr. Oh no, here is the transformation. I did include both of them. And also I included Super Saiyan Bardock. For some reason I do think he's going to be in. And that concludes the movies portions for my predictions, and then is my superhero portion for the predictions. I do think we are going to get a Piccolo Super, and then he's gonna have the Power Awakened state. He will have Orange Piccolo, and he will have Giant Orange Piccolo. That's 4 characters. I know that's taking a lot of space, but there's no way they are including all 4 of them. We are also included Gohan Super, who is gonna have Super Saiyan 1, Potential Unleashed, and Beast. We also have both of the Gammas here. We included Cell Max, and that's it for Superhero. I think that those are all of the characters we can expect. I was actually going to include Pan here, but I decided against it because if we were getting the GT Pan, I didn't think we had like the Superhero Pan, which actually does not have a lot of potential for movesets, so I really don't think that is going to be the case. But Pan, when they announced her, did have the GT moniker, so that actually opens up the possibility for us having a Super Pan. So yeah, basically those are my predictions. This is what the character roster looks like right now. There are only 10 spaces remaining, but something we do know is that they may actually be lying for how many characters there are left. Because, well, in the leaks, I am not going to talk about the characters from the leaks, but in the leak, we do see that aside from the characters that were actually leaked, we still have a lot of characters that are not actually covered in the leak. So that makes me think that, yeah, there are actually more characters than they are actually letting us believe. So, this is what I thought. This is the character roster right now. And let's go ahead and see what happens. I am actually super excited for this game. I think they are doing an amazing job with the roster and with everything they are doing. So I am very excited to see it tomorrow. We will maybe be reacting to it. I will try to record the reaction for you guys. But of well, at the moment, that would be everything from me. I think I did cover everything, but if you are curious about anything else, please leave your comment down in the comment section, and leave a like if you actually kind of made sense of some things that I said here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.